$706 is what we'll be stuffing today. So grab your favorite drink or snack, cozy up, and let's stuff our envelopes. Hello my friends, and welcome back to Busy Girl Budgets. If you guys are new, my name is Mallory. I'm so happy to have you here, and I hope you'll decide to stick around. If you're returning, thank you guys so much for coming back and for being here in this awesome cash stuffing community. So today we're going to be cash stuffing our envelopes from the paycheck of November 7th. So I'm about a week behind on my schedule of posting. This is the way I like to do it just because it gives me more time throughout the week to edit and things like that. So we're going to be stuffing $706 with a good chunk going into our savings challenge binder. And if you guys missed my unstuffing, then I'm going to mention it here too, that this week was officially 2 years since I started this YouTube channel, Busy Girl Budgets. So thank you guys all so much for being here, for contributing to the success of this channel, of the success of my Etsy shop. It's all been a learning experience. I'm still learning so much, but I'm having a lot of fun, and I'm really thankful that all of you guys have been here for this wild, crazy ride. So drop me a, let's see. Is there like a French fry emoji? Only because I'm looking at this pin, which I did show in my last video. If there's a French fry emoji, drop it in the comments. Because yes, I pay my bills are paid. And if you guys know 1,000 Pound Sisters, then you can catch this reference. I say it all the time. Anyway, so we are going to start today's video with cash stuffing my wallet. And as usual, I have done a lot of my weekly spending, or I do a lot of my weekly spending, or all of it, on a credit card. And then I do my unstuffing. For groceries, I don't really unstuff for groceries. I budget that, leave it in my account, pay for it that way. But I am going to put $20 extra in here if I run out of something throughout the week and need to get something. $20 is going to go in for dining out. $10 for my fun money. That's the usual. And $10 for miscellaneous or my buffer. And then my husband also gets $10, for his fun money, and we'll set that to the side. Also, I do have a cold, so I apologize if I sound nasally or like I'm breathing through my mouth. I most definitely am, because I cannot breathe through my nose. So just bear with me. Hopefully it's not too terrible. All right. So getting into my high priority binder. We are starting off with my emergency fund. And it is going to get the usual $20 today. Now last week we did the condensing, so we have lots of placeholders in here. I was so excited to get my money into my Ally account. You guys, I'm almost up to $10,000 collectively in there again, which feels really, really good. So we have $5,000 in the emergency fund, $5,020 and $5,040. What I love about Ally is that you can have digital, they call it buckets, but it's like digital envelopes, so you can categorize all of your different savings categories. And I just absolutely love that, because you can really see like what you have allocated towards what. If you guys don't have an Ally account, Ally is a high yield savings account. If you'd like to open one, I do have a referral link in my description. And if you open an Ally account and do your transfers, then you earn a bonus after 3 months, and I would get a little bit of a bonus too. And I would greatly appreciate if you guys used it if you're interested in opening a high yield savings. Next is my dog's emergency fund. They're going to get $20, so they now have $520. And we have health, which is empty. That's going to get $150. So this is going up for us in 2026. It's going up by about $80 or so. And then I also need to add dental insurance this year, which is going to probably be another $80 to $100 a month added too. So we're basically going to increase this bill by about $200, close to, for next year. So that's definitely a hit. What I'm thinking about doing is my husband has this one contract job that he gets paid for monthly. And it's not like a real big job, but it's pretty much what we would need to cover our health insurance. And I'm kind of thinking about, he gets paid that on the first of every month, thinking about having that income, because it's kind of like bonus income, as what pays for our health insurance bill. And maybe try that out and see how it goes. But we'll see. That's kind of one of the ideas I'm throwing around. Then I wouldn't have to put so much from our like regular paycheck weekly towards it, since this is the only bill that I cash stuff for. All right, next is going to be car maintenance, and this week it's going to get 10. So if you guys missed my unstuffing, then you haven't seen these. These are new. They will be posted in the shop soon. So these are blank placeholders, so you don't have to have multiple placeholders, or you can have random dollar amounts. You can just clean this off with some alcohol spray and use a dry erase marker to write on whatever you want. So this is how much I have in my Ally account, 450, and then we're adding 10 in cash, so we have 460. All right, next is Michigan, and it's also going to get 10. So it has 500, 600, 620, 30, and 640. Okay, and that is going to be it for my high priority binder. Okay, next we have our short-term binder, and we are going to start off in pups. So today they are going to get $20. We did add a good chunk of money to this last week because we had a completed savings challenge. So in here we now have 20, 40, 60, 81, 110, 115, and 120. So that's good for pups. Next is household, which will be getting its usual 5 today. So that's 15. I don't know about you guys, but I'm on laundry TikTok. And it's been really interesting to learn. Specifically, there's this channel that is a dry cleaner, and his family's like been dry cleaners for generations. And he talks about, you know, what products there are that really are unnecessary or cause damage to your clothes or cause damage to your washing machine. And he also talks about like the amount of detergent and things that we use or that's recommended to be used versus what you actually need to get your clothes clean. And it's been very eye-opening for me because, you know, there's like so many like scent beads and fabric softener and dryer sheets, and then there's the washing like detergent sheets, and there's the pods, and there's the regular detergent, and there's powder detergent, and it's like, oh my gosh, it's kind of overwhelming. I had switched completely like probably a year ago to using all like free and clear detergents because I noticed that my dog, she was like having an allergic reaction to like fabric softener or scented detergents. So I switched to free and clear, and anything I wash that she's on, like blankets or anything, I always use like free and clear dryer sheets. But the pods like can gunk up your machine and do all kinds of stuff there. And fabric softener, it can really like, it puts like a lining on, like a film on your clothes so they don't actually get really clean. So the recommendation is, one, to use like a third of the amount of detergent that's actually stated on the package, to use a booster like OxyClean or the Tide powder detergent in your wash, or borax, and then also to use vinegar in place of fabric softener. And if you want a scent, they recommended scent beads over fabric softener. They said if you want a light scent, just like a few scent beads, and do that versus getting fabric softener. So I was always worried about the scent of vinegar like coming through on my clothes, but let me tell you guys, I have washed a few loads like with this method this week, and my clothes feel way cleaner, and I don't smell vinegar at all. In fact, they just smell really fresh and clean and not like overly perfumey. So anyway, that's my 2 cents for you regarding household. Anyway, okay, on to Costco. If you guys have like tried something like that, or you know what I'm talking about, or you're also on laundry TikTok, let me know. So Costco's getting 20, it has 20, 40, and 50. All right. Anniversary is going to get 10 this week. So it has 10, 20, 30, and 40. And so we just started saving for this again for next year. Vacation is going to get 10. So we were supposed to be leaving, by the time you guys see this video, it would have been, I think it was yesterday, for Dallas, which we ended up canceling. And I'm really glad we did, honestly, with all of the delays and everything with flights. So this is the money we were saving up for spending there, but I've scaled it way back, obviously, because we're not going. So this is just hanging out. 300 of it is in my ally account, hanging out in there, gaining some interest for whenever we do decide to go on vacation. So we have 300, 320, 330, and 340. All right. Next is beauty, and that's going to get 20. So it has 40. And then toiletries is going to get 5. So it has 15. All right. And that is it for my short-term binder. All right. Lastly, for my sinking funds is my low priority binder. And starting off with coffee, it is empty because I did go to Starbucks a couple times this week with friends, and like got a little treat for one of my friends also. So we're going to add 10 instead of the usual 5 this week. And then entertainment is going to get 20. We're going to use 10s though, because a 10 and some 5s, because I need to save my 20. So we have 10, 20, 25, and 30 in entertainment. And then shopping is empty. We're going to add 30 to there as well. Let's do 20, 25, 30. 10, 20, 25, 30. Okay. And then gifts is going to get 5. Whoops. Did I add 30 to this? Hold on. 10, 20, 25, 30. Yeah. Okay. Messed myself up there. Okay. Gifts is going to get 5. It's empty. And then Disney is going to get 10. And it has 370 in our ally account. All right. So now it has 370, 375, and 380 in Disney. All right, and that is it for my low priority binder. All right, lastly, we're going to go into my savings challenge binder. I did make some change really quick because I took one of these 50s and got 2 20s and a 10, so I can go into this a little bit easier. All right, so starting off with our For the Love of Fall challenge, this is going to get 15 today. Pull this out here. So my goal for the end of the year and for these challenges is to finish the challenges I have in my binder, with the exception of the Every Little Bit challenge, because that's like a long challenge. If I finish these first 4 that I have in here and I have a time left, then I'll try and add extra to the Every Little Bit challenge. But I am not going to be starting any more challenges because I'd like to just close out the year and finish what I have. So we're going to add 15 to this today. So it now has 100, 120, 140, 160, 180, 190, and 195. So 195 in there. That's really good. While I'm thinking about it, I'm actually going to fill that in on my iPad. 1 second. Okay, I wanted to fill in over here what the balance is after adding that amount. Okay, so 195 in there. Okay, which seems like that's incorrect because somehow I have 30, 60, 70, 85. So I must not have colored in one of these. If I have 195, means I only need 55 left to finish it. That means I think I need to color in a 30. I do. I must not have colored in, because I know one day I was like, I'm going to color in the pumpkin. I said that. I literally said it. And then I don't, or maybe, I don't know. Because I just counted this, right? Let's double check. Now I'm like second guessing. Okay. 120, 40, 60, 80, 90, 95. 195. And this saves 250. Right? Unless I'm tripping. Now let me add up this challenge. But y'all would have told me if this didn't actually save 250. Because a bunch of you guys have bought it. So let's see. 15 plus 20 plus 50 plus 10 plus 10 plus 30 plus 50 plus 50, whoops, 15 plus 20 plus 30. 250. Okay. Well, now I need even less than I thought to finish this. 55. Okay, cool. All right, next is our Black Friday challenge, and we are going to color in one of our hearts. So that is 25. Okay. All right. So my goal, like I said, is to complete these challenges by the end of the year, which really is not that far away. So if I can do that, I mean, just between this challenge and this $500 challenge saves, between those two, it'd be $1,100, which would be an awesome amount to throw towards savings or debt. All right, next is my $500 challenge. Ooh, I didn't even count it, you guys. How dare I? Okay, so let's count it. So we have 50, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 45, and 250 in here. So that's awesome. 250 in our Black Friday challenge. Okay. Next is our $500 challenge, and we are adding 20 in here today. So it has 20, 40, 60, 65, and 70. So we're going to color in these. Yeah, so if I can complete these challenges, that would be super exciting, and then we'll start fresh in the new year. So when it comes to debt, my big goal this year was to pay off my car and my debt. I had a balance transfer that I did a while ago. It's still 0% interest. I've been paying on it as like one of my regular bills. And I don't have to pay it off until May of 2026. So I may throw any extra money that I have like for challenges towards that. Or I may, my husband and I were like throwing around the idea of trying to save as much as we can in our Ally account up until May, and then just like paying off that debt in full using whatever envelopes we need to use, and just see what we have left, because we don't want to keep doing the balance transfers. We don't want to get the deferred interest, and we're going to just see what happens in between now and then, because our other option is, which we don't want to do, is we have 401k with a pretty good chunk of money in there, and we have to move it anyway. We're going to have to move it because we've been getting like fees to it because my husband doesn't work at the company anymore where he had the 401k. And so, but it's still been earning us like a good amount of money on the investments that he has. So we've left it in there probably since he lost his job in February. It's now November. It has gone up by over $4,000, and there's been no additional contributions to it. So that's just interest that has, or return. I don't even really know all about it, but it's gone up by that much. Now, if we took the money out, like completely, just like took a cash payout, essentially after taxes and the fees and everything, you're losing close to $10,000. So, we don't want to do that. And as new business owners, like having that there is a safety net for us almost, whereas like if we had no income coming in, at least we'd have that to fall back on. That's obviously like the last resort. We don't want to have to touch that. We don't want to have to take money out of it. So that's why we're thinking about like, okay, do we just like take a big chunk of our savings, pay this debt off, and then like continue to just hunker down for a few months and build it back up? Or what do we do? So I don't know. We're still very much figuring that out. Okay, so we did that. And next is our up, up, and away challenge. And we are putting 15 in this one. Okay, so 10, and we're going to do 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 15. Let's do a 10 and a 5. This one is from BusyGirlBudgets. I've done a few of her challenges on my channel, so check her Etsy shop out. I just love this, of course, because I love Disney. So with the like debt payoff thing in mind, we're kind of like glad that we're not going to Dallas and like kind of trying to lay low as far as like going anywhere, doing anything, and just trying to not spend any additional money on stuff like that, because it can add up pretty quick. And my husband does have surgery in a couple weeks, and so we're pretty much going to be homebound at least through the end of December. So hopefully that'll like really keep spending at bay as well, because we're just going to try to stay home. Well, we have to stay home while he recovers, and I'm sick right now, so like I'm not going anywhere, doing anything. So I'm just trying to keep goals like front of mind anytime, like top of mind anytime I want to make a purchase, things like that, and really like focusing on savings challenges. So, okay, so going into my every little bit challenge. So today is the day that we are going to be adding the full $186, which is a 1, a 5, a 10, a 20, a 50, and a 100. So let's get into it. Starting off with our ones, that's going to bring us up to 17. Fives, that's going to bring us up to 85. Tens will put us at 170. Exciting to see all these numbers go up. 20 will put us at 340. 50 is not going to put us at 550 because I didn't start this challenge in January. So we're actually at 250. So I put some of this money in my Ally account. So these placeholders show what's in Ally. So in the 50s though, we have 250. And then in the hundreds, we'll be up to 500 in here. That is wild, you guys. Okay, so whenever we do the 186 added, which is once a month, I like to add up our total for this challenge just so we can see like how quickly it really truly does add up. So we've got 17 in the ones. Then we have 85 in fives. 170 in tens. 340 in 20s. 250 in 50s, and 500 in our hundreds, for a total of, you guys, $1,362 saved in our every little bit challenge so far. That is phenomenal. I'm thrilled. I am so excited. That's awesome. I'm so pumped about that. Okay, you guys, well, that brings us to the end of today's cash stuffing video. If you guys haven't already done so, drop me a... what emoji did I say? Oh yeah, French fry. Drop me a French fries emoji in the comments if you guys made it to the end. And be on the lookout for the announcement of my winter collection. It's not going to be all winter things. It's going to be some staple items. So if you guys were wanting the wedding binder that I posted on my shorts or any of the wedding savings challenges, those are going to be part of the new launch, as well as blank placeholders. I have a couple little savings challenges that are like cute, like winter animal themed. We're going to have a couple dashboards, a few envelope inserts, but also just like some staple items for you guys, like a month ahead challenge, a rainy day challenge, and things like that. So be on the lookout and let me know if there is something in particular that you've been wanting to see and I can make it for you. You can drop it in the comments or you can send me a message. My email is in on my bio as well. But anyway, yeah, that wraps it up for today. Thank you guys so much for your support. This has been just like a fun, awesome last 2 years on YouTube. You guys have been with me through a lot, and I can't wait to see what else we're going to get up to over here. So thank you all so much, and we will catch you in our next one. Bye.